Jenny's probably gonna kill me because there's cords hanging out of the computer and it's probably distracting, but we're gonna do this anyway. All right, so we're back. We're talking about getting fit, which is our third step in the 2JH signature pop method, right? And previous videos talking about getting fit stands for focused intentionally on transformation. This particular video, we're going to be talking about intensity versus intention. Two different things, right? A lot of entrepreneurs, business owners, especially when you're first getting started, your intent, your focus on that intensity, right? So I gotta move, I gotta get this bread, gotta get this dough, gotta get these clients, gotta make these moves. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I don't want you guys to sit and think that like what I'm saying is like you're doing business wrong. It's definitely not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, especially if like consistently moving is one of your flow states. We talk about that when we get into step 4. But the thing is, when you're intensely working and it leads to stress, overwhelm, and anxiety. It's not overwhelm and anxiety. What it basically is you chasing success becomes a detriment to your health. That's when it's an issue, right? So when you're working intensely on something, you're constantly pushing, right? It's a in the podcast, Jen says it's a conscious thing versus an unconscious thing, and it's like a consistent roller coaster that you're on. So definitely check out the podcast to hear more about that because she goes in depth. And in being intentional is like your values, you have boundaries set, you know, everything kind of like flows. You prioritize things. You know exactly what you need to work on to move the ball forward. You have 3 to 5 things that you prioritize a day that, like, if you scratch those things off, it's moving business forward. It's not just doing busy stuff. Not knocking the social media posting. I just don't like it, right? But even I've found with a certain system set up, posting on social media can be like so fucking simple, right? So even with that, there's intention in that, knowing to get out there and whatever your philosophy is on this, because there's people like you need to be on social or whatever, and there's uber successful people who aren't on social and they're killing it, right? So whatever works for you, but with that statement right there, the algorithm says you need to be on social media to be seen, to be successful, right? And if you're focused intentionally on transforming and your values say this is where I'm spending my time and this is what we're doing, you're still going to get that success. So that's what we're focusing on. And if you're like, I don't get it, ask yourself if what you're doing right now is leading you to being stressed, leading you to be overwhelmed, leading you to be anxious about, getting money, closing invoices, chasing clients, and eventually leading to burnout. You need to step back and look at what you're doing, big picture. Sit back, prioritize, where do you want to go? Not only as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, but in your personal life. Stuff you want to do with your kids, if you have that. Stuff you want to do with your fur babies, if you have those. Things you want to do with your significant other that you've put off, that you're not fully present because you're constantly sitting on the couch with the computer, like while you were supposed to be watching the movie, but you're answering stuff here. Like that's not focusing on it in intentionally transformation. You're intensely like chasing those transactions. So ask yourself, where are you and where do you want to go? And if you're on the trajectory to go where you want to go, hey man, rock out. But if you're like, oh man, I want to do something different. I fucking hate Mondays, or right? If you're losing that fire for what you're doing, take a step back and really look at what you're doing, and see how you can focus intentionally on transformation, on transforming. How can you focus intentionally on transforming? Not as a business owner only, but as a person. You dig? So, check out our other videos. We talk about effing the algorithm, how you can write your own code, where we go in depth on the POP method in its entirety, and the other videos where we break down these 4 steps and how you can get the most out of them. All right? So, before I bounce, if this is valuable, please share. Please share, please share. Because one of our goals, one of our values is to help people, entrepreneurs, I just said busy and Disney. So if you're a busy entrepreneur who wants to go to Disney, but you can't for whatever reason, I just pulled that out of the air. I don't know, man. If you find value in these, share them, because our goal is to help busy entrepreneurs regain control of your busy life, so you can start living a life that you love and deserve, where you don't need some vacation, because you're consistently doing what you're doing. So holla, till next time.